Hi everyone, this is Humphrey with Router Gods. This video is a quick comparison of two LED lights. We have on the left, this is the Litepanels Micro LED light, and then this is the Z96 LED light. The Z96 is obviously much bigger, a little bit beefier, but as you can see, there are some issues with this light. So right now the camera settings are at 3.5, f3.5, 60 frames a second, and ISO 1600. Once I start this test, I'll probably have to dial down the ISO to about 800 or 400 because these lights will definitely put out a lot of candle power. So let's first show you the Litepanels Micro. This has been around for several years. I've been using it for at least 3 years. Pretty nice light. It's got a dial up here, and you can dial in the brightness. This is at full blast, and then you could dial it down, dim it to almost nothing. Uses AA batteries, as you can see there, 4 AA batteries, and you could also use AC power. Let's take a look at the front. You can see it has an array of LED lights. Let's see, we've got 6 per column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like 48 LED bulbs. This attaches to your camera via the hot shoe mount, and then you just cinch it down with this right here. So let's pop it on the camera and see how well it does. Just give me a couple seconds. Alright, we're going to turn it up on full blast. So there is this light on full blast. You can see my picture immediately looks a heck of a lot better. Let's put in some extra blue here. Let's see what I can get. Alright, I just found this. For those of you who are curious, this is something you put in your laundry, in your dryer. If you don't want to use drying sheets, you pop this in there and it helps you dry stuff. I have no idea where I bought it. Okay, so we've got that. Let me just dial it down a little bit. I'll just turn the dial slowly to sort of dim it out. Of course, the camera's going to shake a little bit. And then I'm going to dial it. This is pretty much gone. So I've got full control over brightness. You can see there is no flickering of any kind. And that's why I like, I really like this light. The color is very good. It's white balanced already, so I don't need to screw around most of the time with the color balance. And it's pretty nice. Let me just take it off the camera and show you one last thing about this light. Another cool feature about this light is that, let me just turn it on a little bit. You can see right here, this lets you tilt the light up and down while it's on your camera, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's it for the Litepanels Micro, LP Micro. Very good light. A little bit expensive, but it's worth it. They do have a newer version out that's definitely more powerful. It's got more LEDs. It's a bit chunkier in terms of in terms of size. But I think if you definitely are getting into video, or you're using the new HD LSRs like from Canon or Nikon, you're definitely going to need a LED light, especially if you're going to be shooting at nighttime or in clubs or dark, any type of dark area. All right, so that was the Litepanels Micro. This is the Z96. As you can see, a whole bunch of lights. That's where the name comes from, 96, for 96 bulbs right here. These are magnets and that you put on filters. Those filters are included. On the back here is the dial, which is pretty nice. And this lets you use regular camcorder batteries if you want to, or you could use AA batteries. Kind of a pain to get to the batteries though, if I remember how to get there. Hold on for a second. Okay, finally finally got that open. So you can see here it uses 1, 2, 3, uses 5 batteries right there. I really do like the battery latch here, and the reason for that, because it's so hard to open, it also means you have less chance of an accidental dumping of your batteries. Something I have had a problem with the Litepanels Micro, you're shooting, it's really easy, this thing pops out and all your batteries dump to the floor. Okay, so let's see how well this light will do in terms of flicker and color. This cinches up to the hot shoe like there. And you also have a twist knob here that lets you control elevation. All right. Going to pop this on the camera. Camera settings remain the same. We are still at 3.5, f3.5, 60 frames a second, and also ISO 1600. Going to turn it up full blast. And as you can see, it is much brighter, much brighter than the Litepanels. But as you should be able to see on the screen right there, there is some flicker. Okay, there is some flicker, so that could be a deal breaker right there. Let me see if I'm gonna dial down the brightness, and I'm gonna see if we could solve that. So it seems to be a problem with the actual dimmer switch right there. Okay, I think I found a good setting, right? You could still see the flicker a little bit, but I think that's all right. So that could be a deal breaker for some of you, because a lot of you just want to turn on the light and have it go. But right there you can see that's pretty bad flicker right there. As I dial it down, actually looks like I got it out of the way. I had to go about 1/3 of the way back down. You can see the light is still very bright, and I think I killed the flicker, which is pretty good. So there is the comparison of brighter light at the expense of flicker if you accidentally turn it up all the way. So your bet here would be turn it on, you turn it on all the way, and then you just dial it back 1/3. Like about right there. And actually this is bright enough to where I can turn down the ISO, and now I'm at ISO 800, so a lot less noise. Okay, so that's the comparison. The Z96 is very cheap. I think it's about 80 or 90 bucks compared to the Litepanels Micro, but it puts out more light. You just have to make sure that you dial it down to avoid the flicker. Thanks for watching.